Hi, today we're with Roger Long, one of the dominant artists in Oregon, and today we're looking at some of his absolutely gorgeous artwork. And Roger, this one is entitled "The Threads of Time."
Yeah, this one is. There was a print shop on Hawthorne that I went and did an edition of 500 prints on Gainesboro text, and did a split fountain where the inks that were on the printer went from orange to umber.
I see.
And so we just kept it to a very slow minimum so that the 500 prints had colors.
And this is what you're calling a living script,
This
right?
is a living script. The Good Life is upright and in balance. So the capital letters.
Yes.
That architects have printed for 2,000 years.
Right.
We've been writing to the right with that which is right. Like the symbol for spring here is the letter S. The right side of this symbol is the letter S that we print with. And what we print is kind of like a shorthand of what the real meaning of the letter S is. When you open it into living script, you show that it's a seed, and this part here is the life force growing from the seed, which is sprouting in spring. And so this is the season of spring, this is the season of summer, this is the season of autumn, this is the season of winter.
Okay.
So spring, summer, autumn, the letter M is accentuated, and the Japanese use this to express the seasons also, these symbols. But to express the symbol of winter, they have a torii, the entrance of your Zen garden, your torii gate, with 3, 2, and 1 seed beneath the torii to symbolize the seeds of winter.
I see.
Well, this is the seed of winter, and the seed of winter is the letter M comes together like this. This is returning the life force spring, summer up, autumn, winter down, growing down, coming back to Mother Earth.
Yes, right.
And then when it M is the maturity of the branches bending in autumn, bearing fruit. And then winter is when it's returned and contained within the seed. And this is the seed of winter, the symbol for the seed of winter, returned and contained. In the center is Mother Earth's sign of the only planet in our solar system that gives life. And it's composed of the two things that give life on Earth, which is the vertical line representing the light that shines down from the sun.
Right.
And the horizontal line represents the cool reaches of space, or the waters that were the comets. And from then on, once it came to Earth, the clouds continued that. So it makes a 2-letter word, and it came from heaven and gave it to Mother Earth, the only planet in our solar system that gives it life.
I see. So Roger, what was the inspiration of this whole Threads of Time?
Oh, Threads of Time. This is a painting of Threads of Time. It's the same 8-foot-long profile of a region in southern Oregon of the Cascade Range.
Yes.
And this represents, from the right side, I flipped it over, and this 8-foot image is in eastern Oregon. This is linen and rice paper here.
All right.
And the linen, before preparing it for this painting, I pulled out the web and exposed 1 inch of just linen growing as if it looked like wheat.
I see.
And so when I was doing that, I had a piece of paper, and it inspired me to write some poetry. So I wrote the poetry as I was pulling these threads out.
Wow.
And so that's why it titles The Threads of Time.
I see.
So once I had written it, then when I did the panels and did the gold leaf in the sky and did the mountain range and started laminating the linen onto the ups and board panels, then I took acrylic and stone, and in relief, even a blind person could read the living script. I did this story.
I see.
So starting right here, it starts with THE, the TIME, time unravels, and the beautiful ENDS, ends of the beginnings of life, give forth to the light. Period. Now the life ends to be woven again and again into new folds of time.
Excuse me.
Time passes before me as countless life ends are brought forth. Time stops for an instant. Life resting motionless before me. This is the mountain range.
Yes, right.
Woven at my feet in times past, ready for the new threads of time to unfold about life's waiting limbs. And these are the threads speaking to me as I work.
Sure, yes. Wow, beautiful.
And holding the threads of time, I count and stop to touch and choose, unfaltering each time. For it is there to grasp a hold of, to touch and embrace, to be drawn out and used again, a pattern for the future. Life's strands, sometimes after time has been smoothly slipping by, reach out together and stop it in its grasp, always in the same fashion, at the same time in time.
Wow.
And so the whole goal, if it's right,
Yeah.
then it all fits.
Right.
And so it all so
It all worked. Yeah.
it all fits, and that's how
That's great.
that's how I complete a painting.
That's the creative process right there.
That's a creative process. So I gave you and your brother Eric a number 19 out of 500.
Wow.
And here's number 20.
Wow.
So I've been holding on to these for what?
Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah, 50 years. That's great,
And here's
Roger.
a picture of that.
Oh, no, Roger, come on. You're too generous here.
Ed and Eve Fulop.
Yeah.
And Ed passed away, and Eve was in a rest home up above Marylhurst. Still had this painting, and I don't know, it might still be in existence. But I'm sure they would want probably like $7,000 or something for it.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that's...
Well, Roger, listen. Let's conclude this. But
Yeah.
this is wonderful that you're sharing the threads of time with us.
Oh.
And let's get on to another one.
Okay.